Well, speaking of students, a lot of people have made comments about student involvement on campus, and I was just kind of wondering how you felt about that and what you did to get them engaged and what future plans you have to.
Sure. Well, student involvement has been an issue since I started at Purdue Cal 4 years ago. It's a continuing issue, and I can see it being a continuing issue for years and years to come. Not everyone is here to be involved, not everyone is here to kind of give back to the university, but I felt like that was a responsibility that needed to be undertaken by myself, and of course I see that in the same people that I work with day after day. Students need to be more active on campus. Students need to take charge and become invested in their community and take charge of what their fellow students and what their needs are. I don't think that students will really be taken seriously on campus until we see more investment in the issues that all the students are facing.
Sure. Well, one of the things that was done recently was PUC's Got Talent.
Sure.
And I know you were there.
Right.
So I was just wondering what you thought about that. And
well, I think we have a lot of talented folks at PUC. It was a really interesting and fun event to attend. Man, I don't have that kind of bravery or courage to get up and do that and highlight my talents in front of a big audience like what was there. So I give a lot of credit to those folks that did, and there was a lot of people that I knew up on stage, and everyone did a really great job. I was actually really proud of the student body because I don't feel like anyone was judged up there. I felt like everyone was given the same chance and everyone was applauded, everyone was treated with respect, and nobody was humiliated. So that was really important, and that was really the biggest thing that I took away from that event.
well, you were chosen to speak at graduation, so that's going to take a bit of courage.
Yeah, it will. 2,500 people. That's a sizable crowd.
Do you know what you're going to say yet?
Not yet, but we'll see.
We'll see. So people have to show up to see what.
Definitely.
All right.
You have to be there.
So what were some pros and cons for attending Purdue Calumet?
When I signed up to attend PUC, the biggest pro was its housing. They had just put up phase 1. It was opening the first semester that I was here. I was lucky to be one of the very first residents on campus. So that was probably the biggest pro for me, was being able to move away from home and be on campus for my college career. Some of the cons were, of course, I'd be away from home, from family, might get a little homesick. It's definitely a lot different from where I grew up. This is a very urban, metropolitan area. I grew up in very rural, conservative side of Indiana, near Fort Wayne. So it's definitely different, and I knew that it was going to require me to step outside of my box and outside of my comfort zone and meet new people and make friends and get involved, and that was really difficult for that first year.
I don't think so. So what are some hobbies that you have other than technology and politics?
Well, other than politics, I really enjoy watching movies. I would consider myself a movie buff. My favorite kind of movies would be probably psychological thrillers and some action movies and maybe a little romantic comedy here on the side. But watching movies, I like to read books. I'm in the middle of Sarah Palin's book right now, which has been pretty interesting. Definitely catching her side of the events, the last election cycle, which was pretty exciting for a political person like myself. Reading books, watching movies, television shows. One of my favorite television shows to watch is Heroes, and I always catch The Office on Thursday nights, which is always hilarious. So those are some of my hobbies. don't have a whole lot of extra free time, but I try to fit that stuff in there.
Sure. Well, as far as books are concerned, do you have any textbooks you're going to be keeping?
You know, I never sold back any of my books. I felt that I spent quite a bit of money on them and I should probably hold on to them. So I never sold back any of my textbooks. So I have all of my textbooks from my 4 years of college. They take up a lot of space in my parents' home, so I'll probably have to move those into my closet somewhere.
That's great. So, what are the next big steps for the SGA?
Well, I can't speak for Jesse because he'll be taking over here in about 2 weeks. But I think what he'll continue doing is working on the implementation of Google Mail because part of my jobs and my responsibilities, we were able to change the student email system from NetMail to Google, which I'm really excited about, even though I won't be a student when it finally rolls over. So he'll be very involved in that process. I figure that he'll continue pushing for a fall break. And Chartwells and food services is definitely going to be a big issue this next spring. The student government has been able to create a really good relationship with the Chartwell staff and have been able to effect some change there. So I see more changes to come this next semester, and then we'll see where it goes from there. I plan on being involved after I graduate, so I'll still stick around and use my political power wherever I can.
That's great. Well, what's next for you?
Well, I was actually accepted to George Washington University in Washington, D.C. as a grad student. Be starting a political management degree probably next spring or summer. So that's going to be exciting. The best part about it is it's completely online. So I'll be able to stay in my hometown and start a political career and spend time with my family, and it'll be a pretty good time.
That's really great. Well, the last question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Wow. 5 years? Well, I definitely see myself with my graduate degree. There's actually 2 tracks that I can see myself definitely using my undergrad degree here at PUC with my political experience and working on political campaigns for various candidates and hopefully in the state of Indiana. Or who knows, 5 to 10 years from now, you may see me in the state house as a representative or a state senator, and we'll take it from there. I don't know. We'll
Great.
see.
Well, great things to come either way. So,
Definitely.
thanks so much for taking time
No problem.
to sit down with us, David, and good luck.
Thank you.